everyone. This is Dr. Sarita, working as Associate Professor in Chemistry Department of St. Peter's Engineering College. St. Peter's Engineering College is a UGC autonomous institution and which is located at Maisamagoda. So today's talk is on molecular orbital theory and LCAO method. So this is one of the topic of unit 1 of the engineering chemistry syllabus, and in that this is molecular orbital theory is the introduction of the molecular structure and theories of bonding. And before going to today's topic, so just we will discuss about one of the topic introduction concept of atomic orbitals and molecular orbitals. Like atomic orbitals is defined as the probability of finding electron around the nucleus in an atom, and atomic orbitals will combine together or mix together to form the molecular orbitals. So the probability of finding an electron around the nucleus in a molecule can be defined as the molecular orbitals. So atomic orbitals will mix up together to form the molecular orbitals. The shape of the molecular orbitals will be based on the shape of atomic orbitals which are going to combine to form the molecular orbitals. And as we know, the shape of atomic orbitals is based on the type of orbital. Like we are having 4 different types of atomic orbitals: s orbital, p orbital, d orbital and f orbital. The shape of s orbital is spherical, the shape of p orbital is dumbbell, whereas that of d orbital is double dumbbell, and f orbital is having the complex structure. Now coming to the shape of the molecular orbital, because it is formed by the combination of different atomic orbitals, the shape of atomic molecular orbital will be based on which atomic orbitals are going to form the molecular orbitals. And the electrons of the atomic orbitals will be influenced by only one nuclei of the atom, because it is the atomic orbital having single atom. So the nuclei will be one nucleus in the atom. So the electrons which are present around the nucleus will have the influence of only one nuclei, whereas in the molecular orbitals the electrons will be surrounded by the nuclei of atoms which are present in the molecule. Hence the molecular orbitals are polycentric. They will be influenced by more than one nuclei. So this is about the difference between the atomic orbitals and molecular orbitals, and gives the basic introduction about the molecular orbital theory. Molecular orbital theory. Molecular orbital theory was first proposed by 2 scientists named Hund and Mulliken. So coming to the postulates of molecular orbital theory, what it describes about, like how molecules are formed by the combination of 2 atoms. In the same way, molecular orbitals are formed by the combination of 2 or more atomic orbitals. All the atomic orbitals on either nuclei of the atoms which are going to combine will mix together to form a new orbital, and that new orbital is known as the molecular orbital. According to the molecular orbital theory, molecular orbitals are formed by the combination or mixing up of the atomic orbitals of atoms which are going to form the molecule. The molecular orbitals are formed by mixing of atomic orbitals of same energy and symmetry. For example, if we take px, py, pz, all of them are having almost nearly same energy. So during the combination, px can combine with py of another atom and they can form the molecular orbital. but one s orbital cannot combine with the other p orbital during the formation of molecular orbital. S orbital can combine only with the s orbital, so that it will give one molecular orbital, whereas p orbital can combine with another p orbital, d orbital can combine with another d orbital, but one orbital which is having some energy will overlap with only the orbital which is having almost same energy level and same symmetry. So during the formation of the molecular orbitals, this is the rule proposed by the molecular orbital theory. And each and every electron in the molecular orbital belongs to all the nuclei of the molecules. As the molecules are having the atoms which are combined, so atoms will have more number of nuclei present in the molecule. So in this way, the nuclei, the molecular orbital electrons which are present in the molecular orbitals, they will be influenced by the nuclei of all the atoms which are formed as a molecule. These are some of the other postulates of molecular orbital theory. That is, the number of molecular orbitals formed during the combination of atomic orbitals is equals to the number of atomic orbitals which are combined to form the molecular orbitals. That is, the number of molecular orbitals is equal to the atomic orbitals which are combined or which are mixed to form the molecular orbitals. And these molecular orbitals may be bonding molecular orbitals, anti-bonding and non-bonding orbitals, based on how the atomic orbitals are going to combine to form the molecular orbitals. Based on that, we have three different types of bonding, anti-bonding and non-bonding molecular orbitals. Bonding molecular orbitals are always having the lower energy than the anti-bonding molecular orbitals. And if we compare the energy levels of atomic and molecular orbitals, among the molecular orbitals, bonding molecular orbitals are having the lower energy than the atomic orbitals, whereas the anti-bonding molecular orbitals are having the high energy than that of the atomic orbitals. So always the stability of bonding orbitals will be higher than that of the anti-bonding molecular orbitals because of their low energy levels. According to molecular orbital theory, for filling of the electrons in the molecular orbitals of a molecule will be based on the same three principles followed by the filling of atomic orbitals. Like we are having mainly three principles for following the filling up of the electrons in the atomic orbitals as well as in the molecular orbitals. So that is, the three principles are Aufbau's principle, Hund's rule and Pauli's exclusion principle. According to the Aufbau principle, the electrons will be first filled in the molecular orbital which is having the lower energy. Then only it will enter into the orbitals which are having the lower energy. So according to this, if we compare the bonding and anti-bonding molecular orbitals, electrons will be first filled in the bonding molecular orbitals, then only it will go for the anti-bonding molecular orbitals of the same orbital. If we are having 1s bonding and anti-bonding orbitals, first electrons will be filled in the 1s bonding orbital, then only the electron will enter into the 1s anti-bonding molecular orbital. Now coming to the Pauli's exclusion principle. According to Pauli's exclusion principle, the maximum number of electrons that can be filled into a single molecular orbital is 2. Each molecular orbital can accommodate only 2 electrons with opposite spin like in the atomic orbitals, and no 2 electrons of the molecular orbitals are having all the same quantum number. At least they will have the difference in their spin quantum number. According to Hund's rule, in case of degenerated orbitals, that is in case of the orbitals which are having the same energy levels, first electron, single electron will be filled in all degenerated orbitals, then only the pairing up of the electron will takes place. So according to Hund's rule, electrons will be first each in one molecular orbital, then only the pairing of the electrons will takes place. This is according to the Hund's rule. So for filling the electrons in the molecular orbitals, three principles will be followed of Poe's rule, Hund's rule and Pauli's exclusion principle, the same rules which are followed for the filling of electrons in the atomic orbitals. Now coming to the linear combination of atomic orbitals. Like during the formation of molecular orbitals, the atomic orbitals will mix up together to form the molecular orbitals according to the molecular orbital theory proposed by Hund and Mulliken. So based on that, the atomic orbitals will combine together to form the molecular orbitals, but in a linear combination, that is proposed by the linear combination of atomic orbitals. So according to LCAO method, during the formation of molecular orbitals, the atomic orbitals will undergo linear combination, whether that is the addition or subtraction of the atomic orbitals, that will leads to the formation of the molecular orbitals. During the formation of molecular orbitals, atomic orbitals will undergo linear combination, that may be of additive effect or subtractive effect, which will leads to different types of molecular orbitals. So for example, if we are having two atoms like atom A and atom B, their wave functions is psi A. Atomic orbital wave function of atom A is psi A, whereas wave function of atom B is psi B. When these two atomic orbitals will combine together to form the molecular orbitals, either they will be added up with each other or they will be subtracted with each other to form the molecular orbitals. The wave function of two atomic orbitals of A and B undergoes linear combination to form the molecular orbital. So the wave function is the property of that describes about the wave nature of a particle. And during the formation of molecular orbital, the wave function of these two atomic orbitals, either they will be added up or they will be subtracted with each other. For example, psi AB, this is the wave function of the molecular orbital. Psi AB is a wave function of the molecular orbital which is formed by the combination of A and B, that is equals to psi A plus psi B. Means this may be formed by the addition effect of the atomic orbitals. The same molecular orbital we will get either by the subtraction of wave function, that is psi A minus psi B. So that two different conditions will give us two different types of molecular orbitals during their combination. So how this combination will give different orbitals is, for example, if we take two hydrogen atom 1s orbitals, during the linear combination of these two atomic orbitals, 1s orbitals of two hydrogen atoms, there may be the in phase addition of the two waves or out of phase addition of the two waves. In phase addition is nothing but if the molecular wave, like this shown in the diagram, the molecular wave, the wave of the electron is showing crest and trough. Crest will be designated as plus symbol, whereas the trough will be designated as the minus symbol, represented with the minus symbol. And during the formation of molecular orbital, if crest of one atomic orbital combined with the crest of another atomic orbital, we will get that constructive inference, that is the constructive addition, which will form the bonding molecular orbitals. If the trough of one atomic orbital, this is trough of one atomic orbital combining with the crest of another atomic orbital, that will lead to the formation of anti-bonding molecular orbital. So in the in-phase addition is nothing but crest to crest addition of the atomic orbitals or trough to trough addition of the atomic orbitals, which leads to the formation of bonding molecular orbitals. Whereas if crest of one atomic orbital combined with the trough of another atomic orbital, that will leads to the formation of anti-bonding molecular orbital, and which is known as the out of phase combination. So always in phase addition of the atomic orbital will leads to bonding molecular orbital, and out of phase combination of the atomic orbital will leads to anti-bonding molecular orbitals. Positive sign of the positive part or positive sign of the atomic orbital combined with the positive of another atomic orbital will leads to the formation of bonding molecular orbital. If positive of one atomic orbital combined with the negative sign of another atomic orbital, that leads to the formation of anti-bonding molecular orbital. So here we can see the constructive effect of the linear combination of atomic orbital. The plus of one atomic orbital is combining with the plus of another atomic orbital. This will represent the crest to crest addition, which will leads to the constructive effect of the formation of molecular orbital, and this molecular orbital is known as the bonding molecular orbital. So the amplitude of the bonding molecular orbital will be the addition of wave function of the two atomic orbitals. Like psi g is the wave function of the molecular orbital which is formed by the addition effect, and that is the combination of wave function of atomic orbital A and atomic orbital B. So this is known as the bonding molecular orbital. The another type of molecular orbitals are formed when the crest of one atomic orbital will combine with the trough of another atomic orbital. When the positive lobe of one atomic orbital combined with the negative lobe of another atomic orbital, the formed molecular orbital will be having one node, and the probability of finding electron in that formed molecular orbital is going to reduce. So here this is having one node. Nodal plane is present in all the antibonding molecular orbital. The nodal plane is nothing but the plane where the probability of finding electron will be 0 in that plane. So always antibonding molecular orbitals are having node. The probability, the place where the probability of finding electron will be 0. Now coming to the wave function of the antibonding molecular orbital, as it is formed by the destructive effect, subtractive effect of the two atomic orbitals of two atoms. So the wave function of the antibonding molecular orbital is the subtraction of wave function of atomic orbital A and atomic orbital B. And here the amplitude of the antibonding molecular orbital is formed by the subtraction of the two wave functions of the two atomic orbitals which are going to combine. So always molecular orbitals are of two types, bonding molecular orbitals and anti-bonding molecular orbitals. Bonding molecular orbitals are formed by the additive effect of the atomic orbitals, whereas the antibonding molecular orbitals are formed by the subtractive effect of the atomic orbitals. For example, here when two 1s orbitals will combine, we will get two bonding molecular orbitals, two orbitals, molecular orbitals. One is the bonding molecular orbital, other one is the anti-bonding molecular orbital. So atomic orbital here we are representing with the 1s. Two 1s orbitals will combine to form the sigma 1s molecular orbital, which is known as the bonding molecular orbital and having lower energy than that of the atomic orbital, and also the orbital which is having the molecular orbital which is having high energy, that is sigma star 1s. This is sigma anti-bonding molecular orbital. So two molecular orbitals are formed. The molecular sigma molecular orbital, sigma bonding molecular orbital, which is having the lower energy and high stability, and whereas the sigma antibonding molecular orbital represented as sigma 1s star, this is having the high energy than that of the 1s atomic orbital, and it is formed by the destructive effect of the atomic orbitals. So here we will get two different types of molecular orbitals, bonding molecular orbitals as well as anti-bonding molecular orbitals. Now if we go for the linear combination of the p orbitals, two p orbitals of the two p atomic orbitals will combine together to form the two different types of orbitals, molecular orbitals, that is sigma bonding molecular orbitals and sigma p anti-bonding molecular orbitals. So always anti-bonding molecular orbitals are having one nodal plane. Here you can see the probability of finding electron in the bonding molecular orbital is going to increase, whereas the probability of finding an electron in the anti-bonding molecular orbital is going to decrease, which is having one nodal plane. And if we consider the pi bond formation by the p orbitals, by the side-by-side overlapping of p orbitals, we will get the pi bonding. In the same way, by the side-by-side overlapping of two p orbitals will form two molecular orbitals. One is the pi bonding molecular orbitals and another one is the pi anti-bonding molecular orbital. Pi bonding molecular orbital is also having one nodal plane, and pi anti-bonding molecular orbitals are having two nodal planes. One nodal plane is perpendicular, whereas the other nodal plane is parallel to the bond axis. Here one nodal plane and this side also one nodal plane, will be having two nodal planes. So two p orbitals will combine, overlap side by side to form pi bonding molecular orbital having lower energy and pi anti-bonding molecular orbital which is having the higher energy. So this is the structure of pi bonding molecular orbital, and this one is for the pi anti-bonding molecular orbital. Now in a single slide we can observe here that two p orbitals are combining, overlapping, addition of two p orbitals which is going to form the bonding molecular orbitals, because here same signed lobes, positive lobe with the positive lobe of another orbital combined to form the sigma bonding molecular orbital. In the same sigma bonding, if positive lobe of one atomic orbital combined with the negative lobe of another atomic orbital forms one anti-bonding molecular orbital, sigma anti-bonding molecular orbital, which is having, this one is the nodal plane. Whereas in the lateral overlapping of the two p orbitals, if here also if positive lobes combine, same lobes combine, crest to crest addition will leads to the formation of pi bonding molecular orbital which is having one nodal plane, whereas the side by side overlapping during the pi bond formation, if positive part of the lobe combined with the negative part of the lobe of another atomic orbital, we will get the anti-bonding, pi anti-bonding molecular orbital which is having two nodal planes. Here this is about the bonding molecular orbitals and anti-bonding molecular orbitals which are formed by the linear combination. So according to the linear combination of atomic orbitals, molecular orbitals are formed by the linear combination of atomic orbitals by the maybe of addition of two wave functions of the atomic orbitals which will lead to the formation of bonding molecular orbitals, or by the subtractive of the wave function of two atomic orbitals where we are going to get the anti-bonding molecular orbitals. Always bonding molecular orbitals are having the lower energy and higher stability than the anti-bonding molecular orbitals, and in all the anti-bonding molecular orbitals there will be the nodal plane where the probability of finding electron will be 0. So this is about the molecular orbital theory and linear combination of atomic orbitals which is proposed by two scientists named as Hund and Mulliken. In the other session, we will discuss about the different molecular orbitals of the diatomic molecules. Thank you for watching.